I write the songs that make the whole world
Thank you, sir.
I write the songs of love and special things. I write the songs that make the young girls cry. I write the songs, I write the songs. I am music, me, Sonny Man. And I write the songs. Thank you.
You'll never guess who's at my station. I'll give you a hint. He's on TV, and he makes people feel better.
Robert Young?
No. Reverend Worthington.
Isn't he the guy that preaches on cable TV?
Yeah.
Isn't this restaurant a little expensive for a man who begs for money every night?
Well, I warned him, but he said, man does not live by bread alone. Every now and then you need a little prime rib.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry. We just got carried away. What would you like, Molly?
Anything you want is okay with me, Herb.
I could see that.
Bring us 2 sirloin steaks, medium rare, and a bottle of your best champagne.
Patsy, excuse me, honey. Table 6 wants you. Have you tried hosing them down?
That's all we're having this evening.
I doubt it.
Ready to order?
Why not? Go ahead, Catherine.
You go first, John.
Why? I won't get what I want.
I'm very good about those things. I write them down.
Okay. I'll have the fettuccine Alfredo.
No, he won't. He'll have the broiled chicken.
I told you.
John, that fettuccine has enough cholesterol to turn your heart into a paperweight.
Should I come back later?
Hey, I've lived through 30 years in marriage to you and 2 heart attacks. I'll live through the fettuccine.
What happened to that nice, civilized dinner we were going to work out our separation over?
You won't let me order it.
If I might make a suggestion, how about the poached salmon with fresh vegetables, very low in cholesterol? Excuse me, I'll be back in a minute. I think my friend needs me.
Nancy wants to see us in the kitchen right away.
Why? What's up?
Well, she doesn't want us to upset the customers, but the building is on F-I-R-E.
Vicky, the customers can spell. Come on.
Yes. Yes, Captain. Captain, I understand, of course. No, there's no need to panic. No, I can handle things on this end. What? Oh, well, you sound like a strong person, too. Yes, we'll keep this as a direct line to the lobby. Thank you. Bye-bye. Well, I'm sure Vicky has already told you that we have a slight fire in the building, but the fire department is evacuating the floors one by one. Naturally, being on top, we're the rotten egg. But all we have to do is make sure none of the customers leave until it's our turn to go.
Well, what are we supposed to do? Steal their shoes?
Stall, serve slowly. That should be easy for most of you.
Nancy, is there any danger of the fire coming up here?
No. And yes. Look, I spoke to the captain, and he didn't seem to feel that there was any cause to be alarmed.
I wouldn't be alarmed either if I had a helmet and a hose.
Look, they're doing the best they can, and it's up to us to do ours. And it's up to you to make sure our customers get through this well. God help them.
Okay, everybody, you heard what Nancy said. It's up to us. So all we have to do is stay calm, right? Just look calm, act calm, be calm, calm, calm. That's all we have to do.
Dot. You're babbling.
I know. Maybe you should slap me.
Later. It's been almost an hour. Any news yet?
No, keep stalling.
Well, here we go.
Finally.
I'm sorry. I was sure you ordered the vegetarian plate.
I thought you wrote all this down.
I did. I just have very bad penmanship.
Excuse me, dear, but I ordered the poached fish.
Right. Looks delicious, doesn't it?
This fish is veal.
This little bump is a drumstick. I've got chicken. No, I'll eat it. I'm starving.
Nonsense. Back in a flash with a fish.
After 30 years of our marriage, why should I think anything would go right tonight?
If it was so awful, John, what good reason could you have had for staying with me?
Revenge.
Miss, what's taking so long? Where's our dinner?
Oh, our stove broke, so we have to use a hibachi.
Well, Sonny's gonna take a little break now.
Keep playing. There's a fire in the hotel below us.
Okay, Sonny's back.
Cassie, Harold's play.
Play anything that comes into your head.
On top of a smoke.
Is there a problem with the check?
Yes. No. Yes. Well, Reverend, you see, I just feel awful bringing a check to a man of the cloth.
Well, don't think of me as a minister of God. Think of me as a man falling asleep in his fruit cup.
But first, may I ask you a question of a religious nature?
Certainly.
Could you explain the Bible to me?
So far, so good. I think we can keep things under control until the fire department gets here.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you people? Are you nuts? Eating when there's a fire?
Do you have a reservation?
There's a fire! There's a fire in this building!
Now, wait, hold on, everybody! Shame on you, coming in here and panicking these people like that. However, there is a fire, folks, but it is several floors below, and the fire department has everything under control. Now, please, just take your seats, please. Now, they're evacuating the building floor by floor, and our turn will come.
No, it won't. They stopped evacuating. The staircase is filled with smoke. Ladies and gentlemen, pull yourselves together. I'm in charge here, and I say don't do this.
Oh, God, they're worse than Dot.
Stop! Everybody stop!
Look, you're scared. We're all scared.
But fear is your best friend. I don't know why, but somebody told me that. Fear tells you to be careful, not stupid. So anybody who wants to be stupid, you run out into that stairwell and into the smoke. Anyone who wants to be careful, come back into the restaurant, sit down, and wait for the fire department to call. Please. Thank you.
Might as well have had the fettuccine.
Lois, you did good. That was very brave of you.
Thank you, Jan. Could you do me a favor?
Sure.
Could you peel my fingers off the microphone?
Miss, come here. I gotta level with you. This fire couldn't have happened at a worse time. You see, my company is merging with another company, very hush-hush. And if I'm not on a plane in another half hour, the whole thing could fall through.
In other words, that's your girlfriend, and if you're not home by 9 o'clock, the wife's gonna kill you.
You got it. I gotta get out of here.
Listen, Romeo, there's no safe way out. Would you rather be caught cheating or dead?
Death comes once, alimony is forever.
Do you think this is on the news?
Oh, I hope not. Bill and the kids will be worried sick.
I wonder what's worse, being out there worrying or being in here.
Being in here.
I gotta call home.
Jan, honey, the lounge phone is out. The only phone that works is the direct line to the lobby.
Yeah, but you heard me on the phone to Ellen before. I sounded like an old grouch, didn't I?
No, you didn't sound like a grouch. You sounded like a mother. Sometimes they sound alike.
Captain, I'm trying to hold things together here, and... What? Oh. Well, I'm a Gemini. What's yours?
Who cares about signs? When are they coming to get us?
Look, I can't very well talk to two people at once. Don't be so pushy.
Oh, did I get pushy? Oh, I'm sorry. It was only my will to live.
Look, how long do you think it will be before they can clear the smoke from the stairwell, Captain? All right, Brett. Oh, I see. Oh, well, thank you, Brett. I'm looking forward to meeting you, too. Bye-bye.
Well, how long is it going to be before they clear it?
They can't.
They can't? Well, what are they going to do?
They don't know.
They don't know? Well, I hope you and Brett didn't make any long-range plans.
Then my husband and I just grew apart.
Yeah, it can happen when you marry young. You develop different interests, right?
No, he started fooling around.
And you with a baby girl.
We did okay. She's no baby anymore. She's a happy little 10-year-old whose mommy's gonna be a toasted marshmallow.
You know, with all of his faults, John never fooled around.
Well, I had to save my energy for fighting with you.
Miss, I'm leaving. There's got to be a way out of here.
Herb, take it easy. I've never seen you like this.
We don't attend fires very often. I gotta get out of here. I got a wife and kid to think about.
A kid? You never told me about a kid.
Oh, I didn't? I must have mentioned the kid.
Look, in a little while, they'll come up with something and we'll all get out. Relax, it's a piece of cake.
No, it isn't. It's a fire. This is a piece of cake. See that? Huh? It doesn't burn. Fire burns. Cake does not burn.
It could be worse. You could be his wife.
Excuse me, Sonny. I have to use the mic.
Yeah, wait. I was just gonna sing some of my own songs.
Haven't these people suffered enough? Ladies and gentlemen, excuse me. Thank you. The Reverend Worthington has generously agreed to speak some words of comfort for us.
Thank you, my child. Friends, in this time of doubt, let us not forget the word of the Lord. For he has said, "You shall burn for your sins."
Reverend, this isn't what I had in mind.
Yes, and how many of you made peace with your Maker this morning? And do you think that your last-minute words of repentance are enough for a lifetime of sin?
Maybe we could all sing a hymn.
And what about those you leave behind? How many of you have sinned against your loved ones today? Hurt your wife today?
Oh, my God.
Hurt your child today?
I gotta go call Ellen.
Forgiveness can be yours by sending $1 to the Lord. Care of me, Fontana, California, 92335.
Jan, there's no way that you can reach her.
I've got to. I want my daughter to know I love her.
I think she's probably picked that up in the last 10 years.
Well, what if I never see her again? The last thing that I said to her on the phone was that she couldn't go out of the house until I told her she could.
Well, she'll probably catch on in 10 or 15 years and go out for a Coke.
Lois, how can you joke?
Well, it beats breaking down and crying, which is what I am about to do.
I wish you hadn't said that.
Hello. Oh, hi, Brad. Oh, my God, that's wonderful. They're getting us out from the roof by helicopter.
Oh, thank God.
What? Oh, well, I'll be wearing my sequin burgundy. Yes, that's right. Bye.
And the Lord appeared to me one night as if in a revelation. And he spoke one word to me. And that word was television.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Reverend. Ladies and gentlemen, I have good news. The fire department is flying in a helicopter, and we will be evacuated from the room. However, it only seats 4. Therefore, I suggest that we draw coat check numbers to determine the order of our departure.
How will people get their coats back?
Vicky, sit down. Numbers 1 through 4 will be taken to the roof immediately. Now, would you form an orderly line here at the piano? Employees will leave last.
Okay, I quit.
You can't. Sonny, we'll all get out of this eventually.
If we're all gonna get out of this eventually, why can't I go first?
Sonny, sit.
4. Oh.
38.
See you Tuesday.
I don't think so, Herb. Why don't you just stay home with your wife and kid?
$43.
2.
Well, I guess our breaking up changed your luck.
I'll trade number 2 for number 44.
That's me.
I may not want to live with you, but I don't want to die without you. You'd probably haunt me.
I love you.
I love you, too.
Lord, we've worked together a lot of years. We've been partners, right? Please. Thanks a lot, pal.
Why is it taking so long this time? The other trips only took about 10 minutes.
I'll go check.
Boy, you know, I'm very proud of us. We got everybody out calmly.
We're not out.
Well, we're next. So, Mario, should we draw numbers or what?
Well, you and Jan will go first because you've got kids, and the rest of you ladies will draw lots.
Let them go first. That's okay. I'll wait.
What about me? You and I are in the last group, Sonny. Women first.
Sure. Where's the ERA when you need it?
Was anyone else scared that maybe, you know, he might check out?
Not me. I always figured I'd die in bed.
Well, even if it did happen, I knew we'd all be back. I really believe in reincarnation. I believe that life cannot be created or destroyed, only screwed up.
Well, I just kept wishing I could see Bill and the kids one more time, you know?
I was worried, but I knew it didn't matter because I was raised to believe that the life we live on this earth is not the real life.
Not the way you live it, it isn't.
Oh, any news?
Well, they're having a little trouble with the helicopter.
What's wrong?
Well, the winds are so strong, it seems they banged into the building the last time they landed. But they only lost that little propeller in back.
The stabilizer?
Is that important?
For flying, yes. Without it, it's a $40,000 Cuisinart.
Well, this is crazy. I mean, first it's okay, then it isn't okay. I want to know exactly what is going to happen to me. Am I going to die or am I not going to die?
Lois.
These buildings are supposed to have precautions, Nancy. They're supposed to have sprinkler systems and things of that nature.
They do. Now, Brett says this building is safer than any other. If it weren't for this system, we would have been gone already. Now, they're doing the best they can. Really.
Okay.
Thanks, I needed that. You want to lie down?
Okay, so it's getting a little tight. So what? We're gonna get out of here. Sonny, go on. Play something cheerful.
Don't play cheerful. Liberace plays cheerful.
Move it. Go on. Play something we can all sing. Something to help us pass the time. Something like, You Are My Sunshine. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. And I hung my head and cried.
Are you on my sunshine?
Sorry.
Oh.
Excuse me, folks. We put the fire out, the stairways are cleared, so you're free to go if you want to.
Brett?
Anyone who's young and healthy knows
French Riviera. Believe me, life's not a charity ball. It isn't all a great big bed of roses. It's not like showbiz, but the main thing I suppose is we're not the people like they believe me. We know we're doing good. Okay, we may be less than wealthy, but then again we're young and healthy. And anyone who's young and healthy knows that that's the way the traffic flows. It's living.
You sure you don't owe me $20?
It can't be me. I never lie and I never forget a debt.
You're a hell of a woman. Stop. You owe me $20?
You owe me 10.
Oh, I'll get back to you.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Jan, you owe me $20.
Well, hello to you too, Lois.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that somebody around here owes me $20.
It's me.
Oh, good. Can I have it back?
Well, I'm a little short today. Don't say it. Look, I'm running a little bit late, so would you mind setting up for me while I get changed?
Sure.
I had to go to the airport and pick up my friend Annie, and I got a little hung up.
Annie, oh, your old friend from high school.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in years, and she's finally come to L.A., so we're gonna go out tomorrow night and do some damage.
Jan, what is this? Are you late? Why is someone always late? Do you girls do this on purpose to drive me crazy?
That's a good idea.
Jan, go get changed. Oh, and put on some makeup.
I'm wearing makeup.
Oh, that's too bad.
And down I go, round and round I go in a spin. Hey, loving that spin I'm in. Love you, loving that old black magic called. War!
Well, there goes my reunion. Looks like TV, pizza, and old Leslie Gore records for me and Annie.
Why?
My mother's got the flu. She can't watch Ellen for me tomorrow night.
That's not too late. Get a babysitter.
Nah, never use them. They're either too young to care or too old to stay awake. Besides, I just don't feel right leaving Ellen with a stranger.
No, that's because she's your first. I was the same way. Once she gets older, you'll find you won't be so overprotective.
I'm not overprotective. I just don't trust anyone with my kid.
I see.
Whenever my folks left me with a babysitter, I thought they were giving me away.
Listen, Jan. Jan, why don't you let Ellen stay at my house tomorrow night? Amy's going to be spending the night with a friend. She can stay in her room. She and Joey are the same age. She'd love to have the company.
Oh, Lois, it's your night off. What if your husband wants to do something special?
We'll wait till the kids go to bed.
Jan, you want to pick up this fish, or do you want it to swim over to you?
I'm sorry, Mario.
You know, my wife and I always had trouble getting babysitters when our kids were growing up.
Were you nervous, too?
Not me, the babysitters. Our kids were so wild, they used to have to watch them from outside the house.
Thank you. Hey, good looking. What you got cooking?
You know, I was just gonna ask you the same question.
You were?
Yeah. I've had my eye on you all night. What's shaking?
Could you excuse me for just 1 sec?
What's wrong with you?
For 2 years, I've been asking pretty ladies, what's shaking? Finally, one asked me, and I couldn't tell her.
Well, you better get back to her before her drugs wear off.
Sorry, I was just a little dry.
Well, I'm glad you're back. I thought I lost you there for a second.
May I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
Are you a transvestite?
And he has a sense of humor, too. Hi, I'm Betty Moore.
Sunny Man, singer, composer, musical arrangements for all occasions.
So, Sunny Man, singer, composer, musical arrangements for all occasions. What time you get off?
Hey, with all my encores, who can say?
Well, I'll just stick around, have a drink after dinner. Besides, I love to listen to you play.
Got any requests?
A million. But I'll wait until after you get off work.
Nancy, can I go home early?
How early?
What time is it now?
Sonny, is this an emergency?
No, it's just an incredible stroke of luck.
Lois, I feel so secure knowing you're going to be watching Ellen. I mean, if I trust anyone with my kid, it'd be you. Do you have enough blankets?
Yeah, blanket, sheets, towels. It's a regular home.
Lois, do you know Cinderella?
Not personally.
What I mean is, my mother always tells Ellen the story of Cinderella before she goes to bed. So if you could tell her the story before she goes to bed, it might put her more at ease.
Okay, I'll try.
Thanks. Lois,
Can you do this voice?
Why?
Because this is the wicked stepmother's voice. You see,
my mother and I always do Cinderella in voices. But you gotta be careful not to make the voice too wicked, otherwise Ellen might have nightmares.
Jen, I don't do voices.
Lois, you said you'd try to make her feel comfortable. Just try.
All right, I'll try.
How's this? Pretty good.
But not as good as this.
Now, try
Cinderella, Cinderella, mop the floor and clean the cellar.
Cinderella, Cinderella, mop the floor and clean the cellar.
You know, I could be working them too hard. Then again, I don't care.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Sonny. You mind if I change?
Why not? I have. From now on, Sonny's a one-woman man.
What's with him?
He's in love. And this time, not with himself.
Hi, how'd the girls' night out go?
Terrific. I feel awful. You know, I've always been sorry Annie didn't live in L.A. Now I'm glad. We'd have so much fun we'd die.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time.
Oh, did Ellen behave herself?
Oh, she was terrific. No problem at all.
Good. She said, you let her stay awake to watch creature features.
Yeah. I was afraid to watch it alone.
It's kind of late for school night, isn't it?
Oh, I didn't know you wanted her in bed at any special time.
Oh, no. I'm sure you knew what you were doing. I just usually don't let her stay up that late.
Oh, by the way, she forgot her overnight bag.
Oh, she'd forget her head if it wasn't attached. Lois?
Yeah.
What's this?
Modern sex? You found this in Ellen's bag?
Yeah. What would my daughter be doing with something like this?
Like what?
This. I'm sorry.
What's up? Jan found smut in her daughter's bag. What kind of smut?
This.
Bob and Cindy are balloonists and they hail from California. Boy, don't they get cold going up in a balloon like that?
Dot. She's nothing. He's all right. But, you know, that's a great-looking hot air balloon.
Would you forget the balloon? Look at the balloonists. Now, what would my daughter be doing with a magazine like this?
Maybe she's curious about sex.
She's 10. The only question I had about sex when I was 10 was whether I was a boy or a girl.
Well, kids are exposed to more these days. These magazines, they're right there on the rack at the supermarket next to the sugarless gum.
Well, I don't like it.
Neither do I. You have to handle it the best you can. How did your mother tell you about sex?
She didn't. She wouldn't even say the word. She'd spell it and leave out the X.
Well, how'd you learn?
I didn't. Well, I picked it up in bits and pieces from my friends in high school. I got so much bad information that for years I thought you couldn't get pregnant without a Chevy.
Oh, well, see, my mom was a nurse, so when the time came, she sat me down and explained everything to me very clinically. And when she got finished, I thought she was joking.
Well, Bill and I try to answer the kids' questions as they come up. I think we've answered most of them. Unless there's some new ones we don't know about.
I never really had any questions. I just kind of had a knack for it. But there were still several guys who wanted to explain it to me anyhow.
Well, I don't want Ellen to learn like that.
Then you have to talk to her.
But I don't even know where to start.
My mom didn't know where to start either. So she let Bess teach me about having babies.
Who was Bess? Your nanny?
No, she was our cow. I'm not sure I want to hear the rest of this. See, we put Bess in the pen with our bull, Big Moo. Then after a while, Bess had Little Moo, and that's how I found out.
We know where little moos come from.
Well, I didn't.
What I want to know is where this magazine came from.
Where'd you find it?
I found it in Ellen's overnight bag. She spent the night with Joey. Lois.
Wait a minute.
I think I have to go to the bathroom.
I think that we better call Joey about this.
Just what makes you think that Ellen got this from Joey?
Because boys have these. Girls don't have these. This is the kind of thing you find in your father's sock drawer.
All right, Jen, listen. Even if Joey did give it to Ellen, we have to handle this right. Otherwise, we could mess up the kid's attitude about sex.
And this won't?
The point is, if we make a big scene, we're only going to make it worse. This isn't something you handle over the telephone. Now, let me talk to Joey in the morning, and then I'll get back to you and tell you what happened.
Should we wait that long?
I don't think Joey will strike again before dawn.
Okay, I'll wait, but just till tomorrow. I'm upset.
Well, I'm upset, too. And you're making me even more upset.
Look at this filth.
Sure. Cassie.
Well, you asked me.
Then your fingers touched my silent heart and taught it how to sing. Yes, true love. Is that for me?
Hold, please. Sonny, this phone is for dinner reservations. Why would someone call you on this phone? In fact, why would anyone call you at all?
I left Betty this number.
Sonny, taking personal calls on this phone is against the rules.
There are no rules in love, Nancy.
What are the rules for firing a clown in a cheap tuxedo?
Nancy, haven't you ever been in love?
Sonny, that's none of your business. No, go away. I have things to do. Yes?
I have things to do. She probably has to find a rock and shed skin.
Sonny, what's wrong?
Oh, I've been trying to call Betty all day, and all I get is her answering machine.
So, did you leave her a message?
10. I even sang 3.
Don't worry, I'm sure she'll call.
Sure. She might even surprise me and come by. That's the kind of hairpin she is.
Hey, Sonny.
Hi, babe. All right, Betty, who's the dude?
Oh, Sonny, this is Rick. Rick, this is Sonny.
Save it, buddy. I might need that hand in a minute.
Who is this guy?
Will you excuse me for a minute, please?
Sure. I got my eye on you, pal.
Sonny, what's going on?
That's exactly what I was wondering.
What are you talking about? I'm having dinner with a friend.
Here? Right in front of my face? Couldn't you at least have had the decency to do it behind my back?
Sonny, what are you talking about? The other night you said no strings, no nothing. You told me you were a hang loose kind of guy.
Hey, I can hang loose with the best of them. I can also fall apart pretty good.
Would you rather we ate somewhere else?
What I'd rather do is tie that guy's nose in a slip knot. Betty, I thought we had something special.
Sonny, I'm sorry if I gave you the wrong impression. But one night is not a relationship.
You told me you never met anyone like me before.
Who has? Look, it was great fun, and I'd love to do it again sometime.
Forget it. What kind of guy do you think I am?
Hey, you're a great guy. And I'm sorry if I hurt you.
You're sorry.
I think we better leave.
I'm acting crazy, don't you?
Crazy? No. Overreacting, yes.
Well, I'm divorced. I have a child and no husband to check with. For all I know, when boys hit 9, they get their permanent molars and a copy of Penthouse magazine.
Jan, take it easy. Here you are, sir.
Look, obviously your children are being raised more sexually advanced. I just wish I had known that before I let Ellen sleep over.
Jan, my son is 10. He plays Little League. He's never been rounded up by the Vice Squad. My daughter is 13 and still childless. I think we're doing okay.
Lois, I know I said I could wait, but I can't wait. Why don't you just call Joey and ask him what he and Ellen talked about when he gave her the magazine?
Jan, I have a plan. You raise your kids and I'll raise mine. And just let's not talk about this again. As a matter of fact, just don't say anything to me about anything. If a hand grenade lands at my feet, say nothing.
It would be my pleasure.
Good. And you still owe me $20.
Lois, guess what? We're still open.
Oh, I'm just going back.
Good. Having to treat mature women as if they were children. Oh.
Joey, honey, first of all, I want you to know that you're not in any trouble, okay?
Okay.
Sit. But even though you're not in trouble, that doesn't mean that I'm not upset, concerned about this. You do understand why I'm concerned.
Yes.
Sit. Look, there's certain things in life that you're just not ready for, you know? Like driving a car. You're not ready for that. And, you're not ready for those magazines.
Why not? You and Dad explained all that man-woman stuff to me already. You said there's nothing wrong with it.
Well, there isn't. There isn't. Sex is a good, healthy thing when it's right. But those magazines only give you half the picture.
What was missing?
Love. You see, love and sex should go together. Now, the ideas in those magazines aren't about that, and I just feel that until you're old enough to understand the difference, you should just stay away from them. You understand?
Yes.
Where did you get those magazines anyway? I mean, is somebody selling that stuff to you kids?
Mom, I'm not gonna rat on anybody.
Well, I'm not asking you to rat on anybody, just, tell.
Okay. Ralphie traded it to me for my Swiss Army knife.
Where did Ralphie get it?
He bought it from Bobby.
And where did he get it?
From Jimmy for his Kiss album. And Jimmy found it taped to the bottom of his big brother's clothes hamper.
Okay, honey, one more question. Why did you give it to Ellen?
So, what'd you think?
I thought it was interesting.
What do you mean, interesting?
Well, I've never seen naked people ski before.
Oh, well, did Joey tell you how they keep warm?
No.
Then why did he give it to you?
Joey didn't give it to me.
Joey, are you telling me the truth? You really didn't give it to her?
Mom, are you nuts? I traded my knife for that. I thought you took it. Besides, she's a girl. You don't give those type of things to girls.
Oh, okay, I believe you.
That'll teach me to show anybody my hiding place. I have to figure out a new one before she comes over again.
I guess that means you forgive Ellen for borrowing it, huh?
Why not? She's just a kid. What does she know?
Come here a minute.
What?
Hey, I want you to do me a favor. If you have any questions, no matter what it is, I want you to come and ask your dad or me, all right?
Okay, but I didn't have any questions. I just wanted to look.
Right. You better get to school. Hey, wait a minute. Where are your socks?
I guess I forgot. Isn't it okay if I just walk low so my pants touch my shoes?
No.
Oh, well, this is just great. Here I lay the whole thing on my best friend's kid, and mine turns out to be the culprit.
I'm sorry, Mom. I know I shouldn't have taken it, but I was really curious.
Oh, it's okay, sweetie. I wasn't yelling at you. I was yelling at myself. Of course you're curious. I don't blame you for being curious. It's okay to be curious.
It is?
Sure, as long as you can come to me with it.
Well, I was kind of embarrassed.
You shouldn't be.
I shouldn't?
No. If you're gonna talk to anybody about sex, it should be me.
Want to talk now?
Now?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you give me a minute? I think I need a cup of coffee on this one.
Sure.
Now? Oh. Hi, Lois. I have to talk to you.
No, you don't.
Listen, I talked to Ellen last night and straightened the whole thing out.
Good. Well, I talked to Joey, so let's just forget about it.
Good. Are you still mad at me?
Yeah.
Hey, I made a mistake. Look, I'm sorry that I accused Joey of giving the magazine to Ellen.
That's not what I'm mad about.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry that I tried to get you to call Joey.
No, I'm not mad about that either.
Oh. So what are you mad about?
Your attitude.
My attitude? My attitude? Nobody's been mad at me because of my attitude since high school.
Well, I am. You flew off the handle.
I always fly off the handle.
Well, this time you picked the wrong subject. My kids are out of bounds for flying off the handle.
Look, Lois, I was scared and confused. I didn't know what else to do. And when I get like that, I fly off the handle, okay? You were right. I was wrong, and I promise I'm never gonna fly off the handle about your kids again, okay?
That was an apology, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Good. I accept. Good. Hey, how about that $20 you owe me?
Will you take a check?
You have identification?
I didn't have a check.
We're not the people to worry. Believe me, we know we're doing okay. And anyone who's young and healthy knows that that's the way. The traffic flows. It's our living. Life's not the French Riviera. Believe me, life's not a charity ball. It isn't all a great big bed of roses. It's not like showbiz, but the main thing I suppose is we're not the people to worry. Believe me, we know we're doing okay. And anyone who's young and healthy knows that it's our living.
Do you know what satisfaction is?
Often.
I was referring to the satisfaction that comes from staying up all night to complete a term paper so I can take my daughter to see Andy Gibb.
Taking your daughter to a rock concert? Oh, Jan, that's so today.
Yeah, well, it's her first, and she's so excited. I promised her a month ago. You know, I remember my first rock concert. I went to see the Rolling Stones. If my mother had been there, she would have sent Mick Jagger to his room.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Well, if it isn't dead by now, at least it won't reproduce.
Are you upset?
Yes.
Want to talk about it?
No.
I'll get it. Hello? Hi, yeah, she's right here. Lois, it's Bill.
Bill?
Your husband.
I know who Bill is. Hello? Fine. Great. Wonderful. Terrific. Could we talk about this later? Hey, so we're having a little fight. All right, it's a big fight.
How big?
Moderately big. I mean, we're not talking lawyers, we're just not talking. But it comes at a wonderful time. We're going to this mountain resort for a romantic weekend. $90 a day to argue in a pine forest.
Why are you fighting? You have the perfect marriage.
Oh, Vicky, honey. Every marriage has its problems. You work them out, that's all. Hey, don't worry. Why am I comforting you?
Johnny Mathis, born in San Francisco with long legs and a high voice, had a difficult choice to make between representing his country as an Olympic track star and a promising career as a solo recording artist. Aren't we glad he chose the latter? After all, John, chances are your chances were awfully good. Cassie, I'd love to take a chance with you.
You're taking a big chance right now.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I'll be with you in 1 minute, sir.
I don't believe it.
Honest, 1 minute.
Lois?
Yeah? Frank.
It is you.
Oh, my God, Frank. Sorry. Excuse me. Wait,
Please. You look just like you did in high school.
And you look so good.
Are you still married to,
Frank. Yeah, you're Frank. Bill. Yes, I'm married to Bill. I'm still...
Lois.
Hi.
Hi. Lois, table 6 has a strange request. They'd like their appetizers before their desserts.
Sorry.
Lois, sorry doesn't feed the little monkeys.
You're insulting the customers.
I was referring to your children.
If you'll excuse me, I'm just so sorry. Whenever I wear this outfit, they expect me to wait on the tables. Here.
I looked for you at the reunion. I was really disappointed when you didn't show up.
You would have been more disappointed if I had. I was about 14 months pregnant.
I bet you look great.
I was a Zeppelin. No, I would have loved to have been there. God, it must have been great to see everybody.
Do you remember all that nonsense about you and me being the cutest couple on campus?
Yeah, I love that nonsense.
Well, I went to the reunion, looked around, and guess what? We got cuter.
Or I could recommend the beef Wellington.
Okay, that's $89. Here's 90. The rest is for you.
Gee, thanks. Looks like it's gonna be a Merry Christmas after all.
I'm sure you must be getting hungry, and I know I'm getting in trouble, so maybe you better order.
I'll have the beef Wellington.
Beef Wellington. And would you like a house salad or cream of watercress?
Whatever gets you back here sooner.
Cream of watercress. 1 cream of watercress.
Who's the hunk?
Frank? Oh, just a guy I used to know.
Just a guy?
Where is my blush on?
You don't need it.
I don't?
No, just seeing this guy makes your cheeks rosy.
Cassie, he's just an old friend.
Yeah, nice hair, nice face. Gee, I wonder how we can get him to stand up.
Try whistling the Star-Spangled Banner.
What's going on? Lois's old flame just turned up and relit her pilot fly.
What table is he at? Oh, never mind. I'll find him.
Dot. Hey, this is no big thing. Frank is just this good-looking, fun-loving, kinda crazy, bright, warm, sensitive guy that I dated all through high school and that I never quite got over. This is silly. I feel like a schoolgirl.
Hey, we all have guys we never got over. I remember my high school English teacher. You know the type. Tweed jacket, beard, wrote his own poems. His farewell to a lad from Barcelona knocked me out. But I don't think he knew I was alive.
What'd you expect from a guy who writes poems to young Spanish boys?
Well, girls, it's been very nice reminiscing with you. However...
Lois, hot. He's hot stuff.
By the way, there's one more thing I'd like to know. Did you and old Frank out there ever...
Cassie, no, we didn't.
Figures.
I was 17 years old. I was saving myself from my husband.
So you're the one.
You ask how much I need you. Must I explain? Hey, I need you, my darling, like it rain. You ask how long I love you. True until the 12th of November.
That song sound familiar?
Not the way he sings it.
The 12th of Never. Remember the Spring Fling?
How could I forget? You had the band play it, what, 10 times that night?
It was the only ballad they knew.
Then we drove up to your folks' cabin, and you turned on the hi-fi.
Started slow dancing,
You turned the lights down.
and you got in the car and locked all the doors.
Oh, I was so naive.
Yeah, so was I. I had the keys.
You married?
I was.
Lois, if the walk is too far, I could have table 5 come up and get their own drink.
Going.
Good.
How long are you going to be in town for?
Oh, just until morning.
Oh, that's too bad. We have so much to catch up on. It would have been nice to...
I tell you what, I'm staying downstairs at this hotel, but I have to meet a guy for a drink. So why don't you take this? And if I'm a few minutes late, just make yourself comfortable.
Oh, Frank, I don't think I could. I mean, what, you know, I wouldn't,
If you can't make it, just leave the key at the desk. But I'd love to see you.
We gotta talk.
About what?
Just walk.
What is it? I can't talk to you in here. I'll talk to you in there.
Excuse me, do you think you can get this to the table while it's still food?
In a minute, Mario. We've got problems.
You know, I like waiters better. Sure, they drink, they gamble, they steal, but at least they don't have problems.
Dot, you can't be serious.
Yes, I am. I just saw Lois's old boyfriend slip her his room key.
Oh, come on. Lois wouldn't go to a man's hotel room. She's married.
Do you want to tell her or should I?
Is there something going on in here that I should know about?
Lois's old boyfriend's looking for a blast from the past.
Huh? It's true. That hot-looking guy just gave Lois the key to his room. What are we all talking about? So you saw something that wasn't meant to be seen. This is really none of our business. Besides, Lois can take care of herself.
somebody call a strike and not tell me?
Lois, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
Which would you rather have? A lifetime with a good, decent man or a night of cheap, torrid sex?
She takes the first one, I'll take the second.
Did I miss something?
The room key.
Ladies, look, I appreciate your concern, but you're right. It is none of your affair.
Affair. Interesting choice of words.
Half an hour.
Guys, leave Lois alone. She knows what she's doing.
Right. We're just going to talk.
Maybe she doesn't know what she's doing.
Lois, you really aren't going down there to his hotel room.
Of course she's not.
I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll tell you, it amazes me that I was ever able to run my own life before I met you two.
I think I hear my red snapper calling me.
I think it's calling both of us.
You guys are really something. Hey, he just wants to have a drink. We have a lot to catch up on. Well, we have to meet somewhere. Jan, if you have something to say, don't hum it.
In this hotel, there are 4 restaurants, 3 bars, and 2 coffee shops. Why do you have to meet him in his hotel room?
You think he wants more than just a drink?
I don't know what he wants. What I care about is what you want.
Well, I just want to talk to him some more, that's all.
Maybe finish what you started in high school?
Oh, Jan, come on.
It happens.
Just because I want to go to his room does not guarantee that something is going to happen.
Look, Lois, I know this is none of my business, but I consider myself to be a good friend, so it is my business. Because what I have to say is for your own good, so when you hear it, just don't get mad at me or get annoyed or anything.
Jan, what is it?
You're playing with fire.
That's it?
That's it.
What happened to when you may get burned?
I didn't want to lecture.
Amy, hi, honey. Yeah, it's Mommy. Is Daddy there? Oh, no, don't get him out of the shower. Just, tell him that I'm gonna be a little late tonight, okay? All right, sweetie. Bye-bye. Frank? Frank, it's Lois. Oh, great.
Glad you could make it.
So am I.
You look even more beautiful with your clothes on.
I do? Thank you. You look very nice, too.
Thank you.
That's the same suit you had on at dinner, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Haven't changed.
Not a bit.
May I come in?
Here? Sure.
See you two tomorrow. Don't stay up too late popping corn.
See you tomorrow, Vicky.
Okay.
Hello. Lois? No, she's not here right now. Oh, hi, Bill. What?
Bye.
Wait. What? It's Bill. He's coming down here.
So?
Well, I'm sure she'll be very surprised. A lot. Oh, I'll tell her when I see her. Hey, and don't hurry getting down here. I mean, drive slowly and safely. Speed kills. Bye.
What's going on?
Bill's coming here to the hotel to make up with Lois.
Oh, that's nice.
That's not nice. Lois is in Frank's room right this minute.
How do you know?
Trust me, I know.
You don't think Lois and Frank are...
I don't want to know, but I'm sure I don't want Bill to know. Come on. Now, the first number on the key was 6, so it has to be the 6th floor. All we have to do is find the right room.
You mean you don't know what room it is? Dot, there are 50 rooms on this floor.
And Lois is in one of them.
You can't just knock on doors.
Oh, Vicky, trust me. I am an actress. Surprise!
Sure is. I only ordered one of you.
No, what do you mean? The boys won that volleyball game. I should know. I was the scorekeeper.
That's why you won.
No.
Oh, come on. After all these years, you can admit it.
You want some more wine?
No, thank you.
Oh. You know, I haven't been able to concentrate on anything since I saw you. It's running into you after all these years. I just can't get over it.
I couldn't either.
You wouldn't believe how many times I've thought about us.
Oh, yes, I would.
And here we are again.
Just like at the cabin.
But this time you don't have a car to run to.
You always were a great kisser.
You too. Lois, I want you to stay with me tonight.
I think I will have that glass of wine.
Does that mean you need time to think, or does that mean you're thirsty?
I'd be a liar if I said that I hadn't thought about us, too.
And?
And, I think I'd like to, but I think I'd better not. I mean, it's a good thing to think about, but maybe not so good to do, you know?
You sure?
Yes.
Well, okay. You wanted another drink?
No, thanks. No.
You know something about getting older? Hearing you say no is just as hard now as it was then.
Saying it hasn't gotten any easier either.
Dot, we can't keep knocking on doors. It's embarrassing. Besides, what if we're too late?
Don't say that.
Well, how long do these things take?
Depends upon how much time you've got.
So that's how long it takes.
Come on. Lois!
What?
Bill, he's downstairs.
Bill's downstairs?
You better hurry. In the lobby. He wants to make up.
Okay, thanks. What are you two doing here?
Honey, I tried to get out of working this weekend, but I just can't. I know I promised. Ellen, baby, please, don't cry. I've tried everyone. Look, tell you what. You want to wait up for me till I get home? Oh, okay, well, I'll see you in the morning. I love you. Bye-bye.
Oh, Jan, Jan, when you come to work this weekend, do watch your posture. The chiropractors hate a slouch.
What are you gonna do? Hide?
Cassie, I don't think this concerns you.
It does if I'm working for Jan this weekend.
Oh, Cassie, thank you so much.
Janet.
So you'll be covering for Jan. Well, you're a very good friend and a chump.
Oh, Cassie, how can I ever thank you?
By not putting down my life?
Oh, look, I never meant to...
Look, you got a kid, I don't. But my free time is just as important to me as yours is to you.
Cassie, anybody ever tell you you're very special?
All the time, and I'm getting sick of it.
Hey, baby, we're on. Rock and roll. It's your mother. We're going to the concert, right? Right. Bye-bye.
Hi, you guys.
What's with you two? Trouble on the good ship Lollipop?
Lois did it.
Did what?
Last night we saw her come out of Frank's room, and they were kissing.
We followed her. What do you mean you followed her?
Well, she went to the 6th floor, so we went to the 6th floor.
I know what following means.
How dare you? We were on a mission of mercy. Bill was coming here, and we were trying to warn her.
To do what? Work fast?
So what happened when she met Bill?
We don't know. We went home.
Well, for God's sake, if you're gonna spy on her, at least finish the job. Hi, everybody. What? Okay, I'll start.
How was it?
How was what?
Frank. Oh, it was nice. I mean, it was very nice.
You're right, she did it.
I wonder if she told Bill.
Told Bill what?
That you spent the night with Frank for an hour.
I did not spend the night with Frank. I mean, yes, I went to his room, and that's all. And that is exactly what I told Bill. And he understood. Eventually. Girls, I very much appreciate the fact that you were concerned that I may do something stupid and ruin my life, or at least screw it up a lot. And for a minute there, I almost did. And then I thought, hey, you know, I have what I want. I'm not going to risk losing that.
I'm glad.
So am I. Me too.
Good. Now that we've saved my marriage, let's work on saving our jobs.
Okay, Lois. That was for the kids. Now, between you and me, what really happened?
Cassie, I'll tell you, it was incredible. It was primitive, wild, and hot.
Thanks. I know you're lying, but somehow it makes me feel better.
We're not the people to worry. Believe me, we know we're doing okay. Anyone who's young and healthy knows that that's the way. The traffic flows. It's a Life's not the French Riviera. Believe me, life's not a charity ball. It isn't all a great big bed of roses. It's not like showbiz, but the main thing I suppose is we're not the people nowadays. Believe me, we know we're doing okay. We may be less than wealthy, but then again we're young and healthy. And anyone who's young and healthy knows that that's the way. The traffic flows. It's a living.
This is... See this? Next month's schedule.
Check the third weekend.
You're working.
Only at gunpoint. I got asked to go to Acapulco that weekend with Jeff. Let me describe Jeff. The eyes blue, the hair blonde, the shoulders big, and I'd love to be the wallet in his jeans.
And all of this is leading up to...
Who's going to cover for me?
I can't.
I'll give you money.
The weekends are the only chance I have to spend with my daughter. And besides, I covered for you when you went to Las Vegas with Carl.
Carl was a jerk.
I still covered for you.
Lois. Not me. I have to take my daughter and 15 Girl Scouts on a mosquito bite and poison ivy hike.
No, I'm already working, and so's Vicky.
I don't believe this. You're gonna make me cancel my weekend.
Oh, well, here, have some of this. It'll make you feel better.
Maybe I didn't make myself clear. This is Acapulco. There's an ocean there. There's a full moon every night of the year.
Cassie, if it's any consolation, I'm starting to feel guilty.
I got 3 weeks, Lois. You haven't begun to feel guilty.
Hi, Cassie.
You're already working.
What did she mean?
Oh, never mind. Here, try some of this. Mario just made it, and it's heaven.
I'm not very hungry.
Well, you should be. Haven't you been moving all day?
No.
You didn't move into your new apartment today?
No.
Why not?
Well, mostly because the people who live there haven't moved out.
They are planning to.
Yeah, but not for 4 more days.
When did you find this out?
This morning when I got there with all my stuff. Boy, I was so mad at the landlord, I almost said something.
What are you going to do?
I don't know.
Oh, well, the joke's on me. I didn't realize we'd moved the dining room in here. Well, I guess I'll just have to start bringing people through.
Nancy, we're just having a little snack.
Jan, a carrot stick is a little snack. This is called pigging out. Now let's chew it, swallow it, and move it out front, shall we? Girls, by the way, push the Boston Bluefish. We've got it coming out of our gills.
All right, Vicky, if you can't go back to your old place, where are you planning to stay?
I'm not sure. I spent all my money on the first and last month's rent.
Yeah, for an apartment where someone else is living.
I know. I'm a dope with no place to live. If you'll excuse me, I think I'll go take a sponge bath.
That poor kid is in there bathing with paper towels and powdered soap. You know, I feel like this is our fault. We helped her find that apartment.
Well, we had to. She still doesn't know this town too well. Look, you know Vicky. She'd rent an apartment because she liked the color of the wallpaper in the lobby.
Well, I'd put her up in a second, but Bill and the kids have the flu. What about you, Doc?
Well, I've got a mime troupe from San Diego. A what? You know, mime. Well, they're helping me with my acting. But I guess I could throw them out because Vicky is my best friend. Well, but the mimes have no place to go. Maybe Vicky could come and stay too, except it is only a 1-room apartment. But the mimes are really nice and very quiet.
Jen.
Oh, no, my mother's visiting. She stayed with us. She's had to sleep on the floor. Oh. What we need is somebody who has an extra bedroom.
Listen, I've been thinking about the big fuss I made over going to Acapulco, and if one of you guys can't cover for me, I'll slash your tires.
Cassie, Vicky needs a place to stay.
In Acapulco?
No, here. She's between apartments, and she needs someone to stay with for a few days.
So?
Of course she can stay with Cassie.
No, she can't.
But you've got 2 bedrooms.
I got 1 bedroom and a den, and I need my den.
Oh, come on.
I don't want a roommate. And even if I did, there's 15 guys on the list ahead of Vicky.
I don't think she's going for it.
Don't be silly. We're wearing her down.
Come on, Cassie. It's only 4 days. Be a friend and give in.
Well, you're the first woman who ever said that to me.
It won't be that big an inconvenience.
Jan, to me, turning back my clock is a big inconvenience. What's all this mother hen stuff anyway? The kid can take care of herself.
No, she can't. Not in this city. I think the only reason she moved here was because her father knew the landlady in the building she was living in.
The woman was like family. She looked after Vicky. She even looked like Vicky.
So why is she letting Vicky move?
She went condo.
Excuse me. Couldn't help overhearing, and if there's anything I can do.
Sonny, Vicky is not moving in with you.
I wasn't suggesting that. I was thinking Vicky could have my place, and I'd move in with Cassie.
I already got an umbrella stand.
Look, what if I moved in with Cassie and Vicky could move in with my mother? Or me and the mime troupe moved in with Jan's mother?
What if you all moved in with me? Well, it was worth a shot.
Hold it. Why don't we make a deal?
What you have in mind?
Not you. Look, you take Vicky for a few days, and Jan and I will cover for you while you're in Acapulco. Could we do that, Jan? You take one day, I'll take the other one?
Fine. What do you say, Cassie? We'll get you to Acapulco with Jeff, lying in the sun, drawing little letters on his chest. You oiling his back, he oiling yours.
We're talking 4 days with Vicky.
2 nights in Mexico. Blue eyes, oily shoulders.
All right, I'll do it.
Ole, ole.
I hope so, I hope so. Okay. Who is it?
Vicky, I'm moving in, remember?
Right.
Hi, roommate. Can you help me with some of this stuff?
I'd love to, but I got a date, if I can find my other shoe.
Oh, that's okay. I can do it all by myself. Isn't this gonna be fun?
Just how much stuff did you bring?
Well, you know, I was moving, so I've got everything. I'm nervous. Are you nervous?
Well, that depends. You're not talking patio furniture or anything, are you?
Oh, no, just a few odds and ends. Oh, okay, come on. There we go.
Is that a bird?
Yeah, that's my parakeet, Squeaky.
It doesn't talk, does it?
No, he sings a little in the morning.
How early?
He's a late singer.
Will be if he starts around me.
Oh, Kathy, you're a caution.
Where are you going with this?
Well, these are my pots and pans. I like to cook with my own utensils. Is that the kitchen?
I don't know. I never go in there.
Hey, if you're hungry, I can make you something to eat when you come home from your date.
Vicky, I won't be back tonight.
Oh, it's a long date.
Right. So, make yourself at home, and if you need anything in the middle of the night, call Lois.
Bye.
Cassie, hi.
Yeah.
Not a cheery greeting.
All right, Cassie, what's bugging you?
What's cute and sweet and moved into my apartment 2 days ago with a parakeet and a Jell-O mold?
Vicky is getting on your nerves.
On my nerves? I came home with a date at 3 o'clock in the morning, and Vicky was waiting for me with poached eggs.
So she's interfering in your life?
She's living in my life. My whole apartment smells like muffins. It's getting to me. Last night, I had a dream. Vicky was in my kitchen baking a cake for our first anniversary, and I had to cancel a trip to Acapulco so we could celebrate.
Boy, am I mad.
You found out I didn't drink my hot chocolate.
No. I went to my new apartment, you know, to see if the old tenants were out, and the landlord says it's going to be another week. I am furious.
Well, that's ridiculous, Vicky. He can't just do that to you. You have rights.
I know. I thought about telling him that at the time.
Did you?
Well, no, I don't want to make trouble. I have to live there.
When?
Cassie, I know it's been an imposition, but we've been getting along so well together. You wouldn't mind putting me up for a couple of more days, would you?
Vicky, we all do what we have to do.
Oh, Cassie, thank you. You're great.
Hey, you know, for a minute there, I thought you were going to throw the kid out.
I am. That's what I have to do.
You can't kick Vicky out.
It's happening just like in my dream. She's moving in for good.
You kick her out, the trip to Acapulco's off.
Fine.
Oh, Cassie, come on. Where is she going to go? She doesn't have any money, and we're her only friends.
What am I supposed to do? Feel guilty?
Yes.
No.
Cassie, hey, you would feel terrible if anything happened to her.
We just want her to be safe and looked after so we won't have to go to Idaho and explain to her father why she died alone in some gutter.
All right, all right. But if I'm taking her an extra week, I'm upping the stakes.
How much?
You work for me 4 extra weekends.
1.
3. Deal.
I just love to bargain.
Excuse me, could I speak to you girls in private for a minute?
Oh, yeah, sure, Mark. Come on in.
In here?
Uh-huh.
You know, I've worked in this restaurant for 6 years and I've never been in here. It's not worth waiting for.
Why don't you sit down?
No. You know, I've been thinking about Pauline, and I've decided to let bygones be bygones.
But you never told us what the bygones were.
Well, the bygones have gone by, so let's forget it. I called Pauline, and I'm going to see her.
Mario, that's fantastic.
No, not yet. I'm nervous. What am I going to do with her?
Well, why don't you just take her out to dinner?
No, I hate restaurant food.
Mario, male employees are not allowed in the waitress's lounge.
Relax, Nancy. He's with us.
Doing what?
Asking advice on what to do on a date?
Well, why don't we go out front and get the busboys in on this?
Oh, Mario, look, I wouldn't dream of intruding on this private little conversation, but I must say that I'm just a little surprised that you didn't come to me. I mean, after all, I'm a bit more qualified to render advice on what a mature woman might like to do on a date.
Okay, Nancy. What would you like to do?
Well, first of all, I like to start with cocktails at a tasteful lounge, and then maybe hear some music, perhaps a string quartet. And after that, a late supper at a small cafe. And then if the gentleman seems sincere, I have no objections
Nancy,
whatsoever
I'm looking
to
for a date, not a life sentence.
Mario, you're a grown man. If you can't decide where to go on a date, then perhaps you don't deserve to have one.
The woman's a witch.
Mario, you've been out with Pauline before. What did you used to do on your dates?
Well, that was during the war. In those days, it didn't matter what we did. All that mattered was that I got leave and she had lips. And when I got leave, Pauline was always waiting for me. I remember the last time I came back. I nearly didn't make it that time. Our ship had been torpedoed in open waters. And I was on a raft for 3 days. And then we got picked up by a hospital ship and brought back. And I looked down the dock, and there was Pauline, my best girl, and Jim, my best friend. They were waving and screaming.
It must have been a very patriotic time.
Yeah. And the band was playing the Stars and Stripes Forever. Pauline and Jim were hugging each other for joy. And as I came down the gangplank, they were kissing each other for joy. And as I got closer, they were groping each other for joy. Finally, I got their attention. And they told me how worried they'd been about me, how glad they were that I was safe, and how sorry they were that I couldn't have been there for their wedding.
I get the feeling those were the bygones.
Yeah. So what the hell's the difference? We'll go wherever I want. And the little tramp can buy me dinner.
Okay, time to get up. Squeaky. Squeaky, where are you? Squeaky? Kathy, I'm sorry to disturb you, but is Squeaky in there?
Your name's Squeaky?
Sorry, I thought you were alone.
What do you want?
Squeaky is missing.
You lost your bird.
Well, he can't have gotten very far.
What is this?
Oh, just hand washing a few delicates, you know, cold water, woolite. Would you like some coffee?
Yeah.
How about some orange juice?
What are you, fanatic? I hate orange juice.
I'll get the coffee. Oh, and there's bacon and eggs if you're hungry.
Again? Who's gonna eat all this?
Oh, well, you and me and whoever else might be in there and is hungry.
Why do you do this?
What?
Torture me. You make all this food every morning. You know I can't eat before noon. I don't want to see food. I don't want to smell food. I don't want to know that food exists.
This coffee tastes like candy. Oh, I put a little cinnamon in it.
You make cute coffee. Vicky, I can't take this anymore.
Oh, here, I'll make you another cup.
It's not just the coffee, Vicky. It's you. You're driving me crazy.
I'll stop.
You can't stop. That's why you keep doing it. You love it, and you're trying to win converts. You're the kind of person that gets up in the morning and makes waffles and puts strawberry jam on top. And that's okay, except I hate people who do that.
If you just tell me what bothers you.
All of it bothers me. Washing my telephone bothers me. My bathroom smelling like the great outdoors bothers me. But most of all, Vicky, you bother me. You're gonna make someone a wonderful little wife someday, but that someone isn't going to be me.
Kathy?
And keep your bird out of my bedroom.
Well, Squeaky, it looks like we've worn out our welcome.
Hey, Mario, how'd it go last night?
Well, let's put it this way. The 35 years I spent waiting to see Pauline didn't seem as long as the 2 hours I spent with her last night.
Oh, no, Mario, I'm sorry.
Well, don't be depressed. The evening wasn't all bad.
What could have been good?
Well, when Pauline went into the ladies' room, I went into the bar to get some matches. And while I was in there, I met a very nice and very attractive lady.
I love it.
Yeah, we got to talking, and she asked me for my phone number.
And she doesn't even know you can cook.
So, when you going out?
I'm not sure. I told her I was busy this week.
Why?
I didn't want to look cheap.
Okay, where's Vicky?
What's wrong now?
She moved out.
What? When?
Who knows? I was asleep. All I got was a note saying I was out of woolite.
Hi, everyone.
Well, where have you been, and what's the big idea of moving out on me like that? What do you think? You're the only one that has feelings? I didn't know what to do.
Oh, you threw me out.
I did not throw you out.
Well, you said you didn't like me, and you yelled at me.
You're lucky I yelled at you, otherwise I would have killed you. So get your stuff and move back in tonight.
I don't have to move in with you or anyone. I have my own place. I went back to my new apartment and I looked the landlord right in the eye and I said, "Sir, if you don't give me a place to live, I'm going to get my money back, file a complaint against you, and maybe go to the TV news." And you know what he did? He crumbled. And he gave me an even better apartment at the very same rent.
Good.
Vicky, congratulations.
Hey, I'm impressed. You stood up for yourself.
And it's all Cassie's fault. If she hadn't blown up at me this morning, I never would have had the courage.
I think you would have found it sooner, but your friends were standing in the way.
Well, we could all sit here and find fault with ourselves, but why bother? We have Nancy for that.
Let's get to work. I got here early and I'm still going to be late.
Cassie, I'm sorry I yelled at you. I didn't mean to blow up at you like that.
Hey, we're even. Okay, I'll see you out front.
Right.
How's Tweaky?
Squeaky.
Oh, whatever. The bird.
He's fine.
Give him my best.